This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, a local family shares one of their important Christmas traditions with us. Happy Festivus! A donation has been made in all of your names to the Human Fund. I'm Ken Kara, and this is FYI, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. Let's get to our holiday headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Sunday is Christmas. For members of the Christian faith, it commemorates the birth of their Savior, Jesus Christ. The holiday is rich in tradition with church services, special foods, gift giving, and of course, Christmas cookies. Tonight, Lisa Sugart has the story of a longtime tradition for one Hazleton family.
Some call them Italian cookies, some say biscuits. Whatever you call them, they are a popular tradition in our area. And we are here at Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant on North Wyoming Street in downtown Hazleton, where they make this lovely, tasty tradition each and every year. I'm pleased to be joined by the lovely people, members of the Vito family. I'm pleased to be joined by Lauren Vito Sacco. Also, I'm pleased to be joined by Angie Vito and Natalie Vito. They have the secret to the most delicious Italian cookies or biscuits you would ever want to taste. And we thought this would be the perfect Christmas story because it's a story about tradition and how it is handed down generation to generation. So, Angie, this started with your grandmother.
My grandmother, she came over from Bashort, and also my father came from the same village. And the tradition was just handed down from one generation to the other. So then it went from my grandmother to my mother, to me, and then to Natalie, my granddaughter.
So how impressed are you that this has, stayed a tradition and that these young ladies feel it's very important to continue it?
Yes, I'm very happy. My grandchildren, God bless every one of them, they do. They love tradition. And so with every year, it is carried on.
So what exactly is a biscuit?
It's just a delicious cookie, and everybody has their little variety of it, but it's just a very good cookie, especially with coffee.
I think it's good with anything, frankly. But some people say Italian cookies, some say biscuit. You said other people call it even different names.
Well, sometimes they'll make them and they'll call them zip, but I don't know those versions. I don't know those recipes, but I know ours is very good.
Well, I think it's amazing. I love to eat them. I've tried to attempt to make them, but nowhere near as good as what this family can do. Lauren, how important is it that you want to carry on the traditions of your family and pass it down to your future children?
Tradition is important for us, I think, because in a world that's ever changing and crazy, after everything's here and gone and on to the next thing, this is all that's left standing. So we bind together. We're a big group. We're almost at, 36 for Christmas? We're packed in there like sardines, and we're still at my grandmother's house, but we really wouldn't trade it for anything. We're starting to add a couple modern things. We do an ugly Christmas sweater tradition now on Christmas Eve, and she's the judge. But we keep it close, we keep it tight. Here, when you walk in the door here, all 6 of us are related. You're either talking to my sisters, my grandmother, my mother, my cousins. It's all kept in the family.
So everything you do here really is tradition.
Yes, everything. I mean, a lot of the pizza recipes back in the day where my grandmother was raised on 3rd and Mongees was D'Amato's store. There was pizza right out of there, and our tavern pizza has been passed down even that far as well.
So we have the D'Amato family, we have the Vito family, very well known in this area for excellent food.
Yes, yes, we are. Thank you very much.
Now, all of the, pressure is put on poor Natalie. And your grandmother told me that when she makes the cookies, they crack, but they don't when Natalie makes them.
No. When I make them, they crack.
So Natalie, you have the secret. What's the secret?
There's really no secret. I actually cover up my little cracks with extra icing so she doesn't notice, but I don't tell her ever. But I mean, it's just your basic average cookie recipe with eggs, butter, vanilla extract, flour, sugar, and then we'll just keep that little family secret a secret so no one else tries to take it away from us. But I mean, it's just great. I'm honored to have learned it from my grandmother, who started us really young, and I like to pass it to my daughters, hopefully one day too, who are always with us in the kitchen, dying to get their hands dirty, of course, as always. And it's just a great time to get together and share these memories and just keep the tradition going.
Now, you make them for your family, but you sell them as well. So how long does it take, and how many cookies do you have to make?
Well, we just got done. They got to have my cousin Katie as well because she is my little Keebler elf. She helps me whenever I need it and doesn't complain. We got done doing a whole bunch of trays last night. We were here till like 11, 12 o'clock. And then, I mean, for the biscuit cookies, it takes me like maybe from start to finish 15 minutes. It's not, once you get it going and you do it all the time, it's really second nature and it goes extremely fast and quick, and it doesn't take long to bake them either. It takes like 9 minutes to bake them, 10 minutes at the most. So it's not bad from start to finish.
Do you give lessons? Because it took me a lot longer than that when I made them and I had a nice mess on top of it.
Sure, no problem. Whenever you want, just come by. We're always here. You'll find one of us.
Well, ladies, it has been a pleasure to be here to talk with you. One of the loveliest families I know, and they are steeped in tradition, and we hope that your family has traditions as well. And if you don't have biscuits or Italian cookies on it, you can come to Frankie's and get the ones that Natalie makes. I want to say to all of you girls, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. From Frankie's Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazleton, Merry Christmas. We're going to go have some cookies.
These cookies did not last long. Thanks for the story, Lisa, and for sharing. For members of the Jewish faith, tomorrow marks the start of the celebration of Hanukkah. Tonight, on a special holiday episode of The Girls, Janine and Deb take us to the home of Mark and Lynn Frumpkin to learn all about this Jewish holiday, which Mark called a rededication.
What happened was that the Greeks and the Syrians had taken over the Second Temple in Jerusalem, okay, and had defiled it. There was burnt offerings in there and things that you wouldn't normally do in the temple, right? And basically a band of farmers, the Maccabees, got together and took it back, right?
They reclaimed the temple stuff back.
Tough baby dolls, right? And they were fighting, and they took it back from the Syrian king and the Greek overseers and rededicated the temple back to God.
This holiday special of The Girls premieres tonight at 9 p.m. on SSPTV and at SSPTV.com. Monday marks the start of Kwanzaa. This week-long celebration honors the African heritage in the African American culture. Kwanzaa will be observed December 26th to January 1st. Whether you are celebrating Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, or Christmas, we wish you and your family a blessed holiday. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassat held a first-of-its-kind swearing-in ceremony yesterday.
I pledge to support the Hazleton Police Department.
I pledge to support the Hazleton Police Department
and serve my handler,
fellow officers,
and members of my community
to
the best of my canine abilities.
What made this ceremony so unique was that the three newest members of the Hazleton Police Department have 4 legs.
Canines are such an integral part of the department, and they're like the unsung heroes, and that's really what they are. They work so tirelessly. They do everything we ask of them, and as I said, this is something to just, kind of shed the light on our canine program here at the Hazleton Police Department, because we have, such pride, instilled in us by the canines that work for us.
Canine officers Echo, NE, and Justice each received their badges yesterday. Chief Speziali says that donations for the canine unit are still being accepted at BB&T Bank, or checks can be made payable to the Hazleton Police Canine Fund and mailed to Hazleton City Hall. The United Way of Greater Hazleton will host its annual community Christmas dinner. The free dinner will be served Sunday from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. at Holy Rosary Church, 240 South Poplar Street in Hazleton. Delivery and rides are available. For more information or to volunteer, call 570-455-9515. And a free Christmas lunch will be served Sunday at Community Bible Fellowship Church in Hazleton. It will take place from noon until 2 p.m. or until the food runs out at James and Spruce Streets in Hazleton. If you're looking to get the kids out of the house as you get ready for the holiday, check out the Anthracite Model Railroad Society. The club will host an open house tomorrow from noon until 5 p.m. at 1056 Hanover Court in Hazel Township. Additional open houses are planned for December 31st and January 7th and the 8th. For more information, go to amrcclub.org or amrclub.org. And just a reminder that FYI will not be seen next week so that we can bring you our annual holiday programming, including the Out of Left Field Cubs Win special Monday at 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. Anyway, when we return on January 2nd, we'll have a new look and a new name, SSPTV News. SSPTV News, still your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker, but with a new look for 2017. And that special holiday programming next week is our gift to you from the Lassand family and SSPTV. Take a trip down memory lane as SSPTV presents the best of Spotlight from 1985 to 1994 with Sam Lassand. And don't miss the 1-hour Christmas special featuring the talented Tony Angelo and much more. Holiday programming all next week right here on SSPTV. Coming up on this edition of FYI, news from PennDOT and our Adopt Me segment from the Hazleton Animal Shelter. And this happened in Ron Marchetti's Short Shots. I don't know why. We will learn together in sports.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, many of us will be heading off to Grandma's house for the holiday season. Pleased to welcome back our friend James May. He is the Regional Press Officer for PennDOT, here with some important advice. And you actually want to give people some good news because places where there was construction, now there may not be for the travel season.
And when we head to Grandma's house, we go what? Over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. And the other song I always think of this time of year is From Atlantic to Pacific. Gee, the traffic is terrific. And it's not terrific in the sense of good. It's there's just a lot of people on the road this time of year. We have a resource in our office, 511pa.com. You can either download that as an app or go directly on the website. And there's some great information on there. One, you can actually look at the traffic cameras and see what the road conditions are before you head out. It will also show you real-time live traffic information. I know there's a lot of websites that would do that. But then another thing it does is this year, we did a pilot on this last year, but you can see it again this year. We have automated vehicle locator detection systems in the vast majority of our plows around the area. So you can go on there and look for your street, and you can actually see the last time the plow truck went by your road. And that way, if you're getting ready to head out and you may say, well, you know what, let's hold off and wait 5 minutes and let the plow truck go by first, and the road is plowed. So go to 511pa.com and you can check for that information. Now, as people are heading out, one of the areas over the last few years that's been difficult, shall we say, for those that are heading south, down on Interstate 81 South, right when you get to about the Schuylkill County, Lebanon County line, down around mile marker 190, they've been doing some pretty significant work on there, moving all the traffic over, replacing a bridge. That is scheduled to be done, clear, and open by Christmas. So for those that are heading south for the holidays, maybe to get some warm weather, that area should be clear. But again, if you want to check it right before you head out, 511pa.com is a great resource, and you can actually see real-time traffic information.
And finally, as we wrap it up, travel tips, the usual tips that people should not be rushing in the winter weather.
You know, a few years ago, I came up with an acronym of PASS, P-A-S-S, and I did this when my own children were going to pass their driver's test. And P-A-S-S stands for P, phone. Make sure you have a phone with you for emergencies, but put it in the back seat. A, alcohol, don't drink and drive. Don't get in a car with somebody who's been drinking. And this time of year especially, have a designated driver ahead of time if you're going to some sort of Christmas holiday party. The third S is for speed. Make sure you slow down, take your time, especially with road conditions, and always make sure you wear your seatbelt. Make sure that your passengers, whether in the front seat or back seat, are all buckled in as well. So PASS, phones, alcohol, seatbelts, and slow down, and you can be safe this holiday season.
Excellent advice from our good friends at PennDOT. James, thanks so much. We look forward to working with you in the new year.
And thank you so much for allowing us to continue you to come in here throughout the year and to just share these messages. It's always a pleasure to be here with you.
Our pleasure.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
spent most of my life in Catholic school, but I started in preschool at the local Jewish community center, and I always loved celebrating Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah to everybody. Here's a local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, chance of some light rain mainly after 2 a.m., 50% chance there. We'll have a low of 34 degrees. Saturday, Christmas Eve, will have a high of 38 degrees, and we will see some light rain mainly before 4 p.m. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low of 30 degrees. On Christmas Day, mostly sunny, high in the mid-30s. We're down to the 20s on Christmas night. Monday, 40% chance of rain and snow before 1 p.m., high of 43. Monday night, a chance of showers with a low of 36. Tuesday, high of 41, partly sunny skies. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low of 23 degrees. Looking for a delicious change for dinner tonight? Check out the Other Side restaurant in Freeland. The Other Side offers a delicious menu, and they are accepting reservations for New Year's Eve. The Great Gatsby theme party includes a midnight buffet and champagne toast, and everyone loves a gift certificate for The Other Side. The Other Side in Freeland. Stop in tonight. And now your midday winning lottery numbers on FYI: Pick 2, 2, 4, Pick 3, 7, 8, 1, Pick 4, 7, 2, 0, 6, and Pick 5, 0, 7, 9, 6, 1. Santa Claus, if you're watching, I know a cat at the animal shelter who loves some toys. Check this out right now.
Hello again, here I have with me Celesta. Celesta is an approximately 1 to 1.5-year-old terrier mix who, like all of our dogs, is already spayed, current on her vaccines, and has also been tested for heartworm and Lyme disease. Luckily, Celesta came up negative for both. As you can see, she has a lot of energy and is very playful, so we recommend her for somebody with a lot of time in the yard and perhaps someone who likes long walks. Also, she enjoys being held and is therefore in equal parts playful and affectionate. We're not sure how well she does with other dogs, so as always, if you have a dog of your own and are considering adopting her, we would definitely want to do a meet and greet before taking her home. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have with me Autumn. Autumn is a very friendly and affectionate 4-month-old kitten. Autumn has already been spayed, made current on all of her vaccines, including her rabies and feline distemper. She has also been tested for feline leukemia and FIV and come up negative for both. Being a younger cat, she has a lot of energy and is extremely playful. As you can see, she really enjoys her toys. As well as being extremely playful and toy-oriented, Autumn loves the company of people and really enjoys being held and petted. That's it for this week's pets. If anybody at home is interested in adopting Celesta, Autumn here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazelton Animal Shelter here at 101 North Poplar Street.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's always fun to catch up with family and friends during the holiday season, and that's exactly what was happening at the North Schuylkill High School pool on Thursday. There's also a swim meet. Here's the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. For the past 4 years, North Schuylkill swimmers were part of the Monoy area team as part of a co-op. This year, the Spartans pool reopened and they brought back their swimming program. Check out the full story on this meet in the Standard Speaker. Hazelton area, they were swept in the pool by Reading. Blue Mountains, Mark Boren broke the 100 backstroke record at Tamaqua pool. Monoy area, they got pins from Danny Lawrence and Matt Lewandowski, but fell to Schuylkill Haven in wrestling. The Hazelton area boys basketball team opened up Wyoming Valley Conference play with a win. Marion beat Weatherly behind 17 points from Brandon Muhammad and Tyler Fitz. MMI, they lost a game in girls basketball. Marion lost in overtime, and Shenandoah Valley beat Notre Dame East Stroudsburg. That's all I have for sports. Let's see what Ron Marchetti is talking about in this week's edition of Short Shots.
Hello, Hazelton, Pennsylvania. I was just passing through, and my good friend Rudy Giuliani advised me to stop here because everybody is looking for Joseph Madden, and they will not notice me. Rudy was right. I just wanted to express my thanks for most of you out there who voted for me. You won't be sorry. The wall will go up. You will learn to like me. I want to thank Ron Marchetti for giving me this time, but I will say a few things he asked me to say. He wrote them down. But guess what? I could remember. The Hazelton area Cougars lost a heartbreaker last night, but they beat Whitehall on Sunday, and last night they beat the crap out of Coughlin. The Hazelton area Lady Cougars won. The Hazelton boys and girls swimming teams won. The wrestling team won. The Marion Colts won. So did the Marion Phillies. It has been a huge week. Win, win, win. Wow, I like that. We won. Huge. I'm huge. What else? Hazelton area football star Adrian Otero has made the Wyoming Valley Conference All-Star First Team, and Cal Plesham Marion has been named First Team Class A All-State as a defensive tackle. That's football. I like people that get picked, not the ones who don't. And you could tell the NFL to go and forget about scheduling our Washington Redskins on Monday Night Football next season. They lost 16 of their last 17 Monday Night home games. Mother of God!
I want to wish my producer, Andy Fisher, a happy birthday. He makes these segments work twice a week. He's the best. Thanks, Andy. And thank you for watching. This is the night before Christmas Eve. We lost many good people and friends since last Christmas. So let's appreciate and enjoy this one. It's good to cry once in a while, and it's good to laugh much more than once in a while. Treat every day of life as a bonus. From my family to all of you, Merry Christmas, everybody. God bless and stay loose.
Celebrate your Friday at Bottlenecks with $4 shareable appetizers from 6 to 8 p.m. Plus, there's some great live music every other Friday featuring Dom and Mr. Sax.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Community Bible Fellowship, 458 West Spruce Street in Hazelton, be holding a free Christmas lunch from noon to 2 p.m. Be having cheese ravioli, salad, bread, desserts, and more. Their Sunday worship service is held at 10:45. For more info, just call 570-436-2061. Our next announcement, the Tamaqua Community Arts Center, 125 Pine Street, building a January artist meet and greet on Thursday, January 5th. The event will feature Tamaqua resident Suzanne Dalton and is free and open to the public. Be held from 6:30 to 8:30, and light refreshments will be served. Suzanne is a watercolor artist, and her work will be on display until January 27th. For info, just call 570-668-1192. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Jeffrey James Harashak of Freeland. Memorial will be held January 21st at the Freeland Community Center from noon to 4 p.m., and a celebration will follow from 5 to 10 p.m. The McNulty Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. August K. Birdie of Easton. Funeral is December 30th from the chapel at the Cavalry Cemetery. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bondin Funeral Home. Donald William Kraft of Tamaqua. Services will be held Wednesday at 8 p.m. at the Zeiselman Gula Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. William C. McNeil, formerly of Cunningham. Arrangements will be announced by the Hazel Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Melania Aileen Wills. Services are Monday at 11 a.m. in the McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home. Charles Nelson Kirshner, formerly of Drums. Services Tuesday at 11 a.m. at the Butler Chapel of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. And John W. Rupert of Barnesville. Memorial is Tuesday at 11 a.m. in the Lamar Christ Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m.
No matter what holiday you're celebrating, make smiling your favorite this weekend. Be nice to everyone. Andy Fisher, happy birthday. We'll see you next year. Take it easy, everyone.